At 20, I was making 40K a month, but working 16-hour days trapped in my own success. Two hires changed everything. One almost destroyed the business, and the other one saved it. Here's how I went from doing everything to running three businesses with less stress. This is part one, the prison. Picture this. I was a college student running a ticket business, running a virtual assistant business, while going to classes. I was waking up every day, class, work, gym, class, work. Every single day. I was working 16-hour days, including weekends, and I was doing 40K a month. But I was the bottleneck for everything in my business. I hit a revenue ceiling because I was doing everything in my business. My business was starting to do really well, and I wanted to grow it. So I decided I needed to hire somebody to help train. I decided to really quickly hire people for two phases. I had one guy with me who was with me for a few years, and he was doing phase three, and I needed to hire someone quickly for phase one and two. The problem is there aren't many people in the Philippines that are well trained on tickets, as well trained on training. So I had to take somebody with a lot of training experience and teach them tickets all within 2 weeks. So what did I do? I posted on LinkedIn, I posted on Facebook, I looked for a few through I looked through maybe 20 candidates. I chose the two decent ones, had interviews, and pretty much hired the first two decent candidates that I saw. And because I was rushing, I missed the one big red flag. I felt good about the person, but I didn't ask them about their values or anything. I was just in a rush to get someone to do the training for me. Steve was an older guy. He had a lot of experience. He was very confident, and the work he did was pretty good. But Steve was actually very much a solo worker. He didn't want to work with a team. He always took credit for everything, and the team didn't like him because he wasn't aligned with their values. He did a lot of work that I didn't fully approve, which was great initiative, but he didn't do it with the team, and he didn't ask for the team for feedback, and the team just felt overlooked. He made others look bad to make himself look good. And whenever I confronted him, he put up a front, which made me feel good about the hire and made the other things they weren't being heard and that they were crazy. There was a time where he literally yelled at the team, and I heard that from the team, and I was just in shock because I didn't think it was that type of guy. And I thought I was great at reading people, but I was just wrong. I then had to confront him. First confrontation, he said, I'll try to change. Second confrontation, he said, I'll work on it. And finally, he gave me the 2-week notice. To be honest, after the first confrontation, I should have fired him right away. I should have also confronted him probably a month before. And on top of that, I wouldn't have had to waste months of my life dealing with him if I just hired correctly. As soon as he was gone, the team's reaction was literally, he's gone. I'm so happy. The real cost of hiring isn't just a salary, but it's team productivity. I spent hours trying to deal with his drama instead of growing the business. And if I just spent the time looking for the right hire, I would have easily 2x, 3x the business by now. Now, part three, the game changer. This is when I learned from what happened to Steve and I hired someone well. Looked for another trainer. This time I looked through hundreds of applicants. I decided to go with Kimberly. Kimberly was amazing. It took me a while to find her and to hire her, but I worked on the onboarding. I had my team help me with the onboarding this time because I still didn't have much time. I used my executive assistant, Arnie, to help with it and teach her. And I actually spent every single day between 30 minutes to an hour a day for the first 2 weeks teaching her about training and about tickets. I still hired a little too fast, to be honest, but I got very lucky with Kimberly because she's amazing. Now, another great hire I had was my executive assistant, Arnie. The journey was this. I hired an amazing executive assistant. This was not Arnie. He had to leave for surgery, and I was completely devastated because I was in school and I was extremely busy. He recommended his wife, so I was like, let me give this a try. And almost a year later, she's killing it. She's made my life so much easier. The big lesson in that is if you find somebody good, make sure you take the recommendations. And if you need somebody else on your team that has the same values, the great people on your team will always recommend people that are similar to them. Obviously, do your interviews, do your onboarding, figure out if they're the right fit, but always listen to your team. Your team will help you grow a bigger, better team. So the results from finding someone good, it was the best money I've ever spent. Now I plan my day instead of reacting to everything that happens, and I'm working on the business instead of in it.